This is the Nintendo DS Lite. Okay, I lied. This is the Lenovo IdeaPad S10 piece of shit laptop that I got off of eBay for approximately $40. The battery is dead. I'm gonna have to buy a replacement for $20, which is still on the way, so we're gonna have to use a little bit of a fuck you wire setup here.
You bastard. Fuck shit up.
So as you can see, very obviously, the main gimmick of this laptop is that it's the size of, like, literally, like, a fucking coin. Like, it's fucking tiny as shit. So I've actually gone ahead and removed the Windows 10 distro that it came with and replaced it with the objectively worse Windows 7 Professional. This is due to the fact that the Windows 10 distro that ran on this laptop beforehand was so slow that it actually took around 2 minutes just to boot up into Windows and another 30 seconds just to log in. So, yeah, Windows 7 is a lot faster. It might not be as secure, but who gives a shit about security, right? Safety third, kids. I'd like to also mention that this is running Service Pack 1, okay? This is not running, this is literally an unpatched Windows 7. Enter, and here it goes. This is, God, this is so bad. It's just a base kind of LED screen that, it works, but it's got major glare from the up and down angles. So if I actually take the camera here and look at it from the upside, kind of hard to see even for me. Then you look at it head on and oh, it's good. And then you go underside. I know you can't really see that well, but it looks really shit. So it's one of those kinds of screens. And while this type of screen isn't bad, it's actually got some nostalgia quality to it. What it does have is bad, just straight up bad. Like adjusting the brightness on this thing is a fucking chore. Like I can't even. Oh yeah, also the down key's missing from this piece of shit. So yeah, the resolution on this thing is 1024 by 576. Which, you know, works, especially for this kind of laptop, but let's get to the specs and realize why that isn't exactly a fucking, it's just garbage. So this computer is running an Intel Atom CPU N270 with 1.6 gigahertz of speed, okay, and the PC gamers are gonna lose this, one single core, okay, not like 8 core, dual core, whatever, okay. This is a single core CPU. I'm gonna keep reading off specs until I fucking explode. Go down here. All right, so what you can see right here is that there's 2 gigabytes of installed physical memory. I fully plan to fix this. I don't know what type of RAM it uses. That's just gonna be a kind of later problem for me. Go down to display components and look at what the fuck this has to offer. Let's go all the way the fuck down, son of a bitch. This is actually running integrated graphics, which doesn't support Vulkan or anything else like that. It's actually just using Intel Atom's really bad integrated graphics. So running video games on this thing is pretty fucking hard. So fully, this thing has 160 gigabytes of total space, which is, it's a lot for this thing. It's mainly used as a fucking college notebook. So and it actually has 2 USB ports, one here on this side, okay, and then one here. One right there. You can see it right there. I'm not moving the tripod anymore. Overall, piece of shit laptop, but today we are going to fucking fix it. And by today, I mean in a couple of days, when the replacement battery fully arrives on my doorstep. So until then, fuck you.
We'll be right back with more Bad Computer here on Bad YouTuber TV. Hello. It is me, completely original idea. I want to direct your attention to a GoFundMe. I created it. It's to help my mother. The goal of the fundraiser is to help my mother raise $6,000 to go and see my 2 little brothers. Due to a lot of factors that I'm not going to get into, she's financially unable to fund it herself, and we decided it would be best to reach outward for help. To give you a sense of scale, she has not held her youngest for half his lifespan. Half! Please do consider donating. My mother can't afford this, I can't afford this, and this would not only help her, but me as well. If you want to help out, click the link in the description and donate whatever amount you think to be reasonable. I am required by law to tell you that you do not have to donate money, but it would be very much appreciated. Visit the link in the description. We're back.
What? Huh? Oh yeah. I'm making a video. Slight update on this. Getting parts for this is a pain in the ass. So over the past couple of days, I've done some repairs to this thing. I opened it up. I looked at the parts. There's a soldered on stick of RAM, so I can't actually go and replace the sticks. Combine that with the fact that I can't find any PC2 sticks. I did put a 1 terabyte drive in here, which has currently backed up all of Scott the Woz, a couple of other documentary channels, mostly Scott the Woz. I tried replacing the battery, but as you can see, it's still plugged in. I wonder why that is. It's because I ordered the replacement battery off of eBay, and it should work, right? Because it's a replacement. Okay, it doesn't. The fucking charging port on this thing is busted, or how it's connected to the battery is busted. So I can't actually fucking charge this thing. It's just gotta be plugged in at all times. So if I want it to be like an actual battery, I'm gonna have to get like a giant brick and like duct tape it to the back of this, and then like have it live off that, because like that's the only way it's gonna get power. So I unplugged the speakers because they were a piece of shit. And by that I mean I accidentally forgot to plug them back in before I put the laptop back together after taking it apart. And yeah, but it does have headphone jack, so plus there. Well, it's come to my attention that this hasn't actually been benchmarked, so let's actually do that. You may be a victim of software counterfeiting. For Windows 7? Yeah, probably. Oh yeah, cool art over here with the fucking Rigby holding the radio over his head. My buddy drew that. Here he is. Go check him out or I'll fucking slaughter you. Alright, first benchmark. We're gonna play Super Mario 64.
It runs okay. There's no shadows. There's no real-time shadows. I don't know how the hell people are playing this. I've got 10 stars here. That's from a save I actually ported over just so I can get into the game really quick. There's very little input delay here, so I'm actually able to do some pretty fucking cool shit. Now you may be thinking, oh, Ontario, this is kind of a bad benchmark, especially because this probably runs on fucking anything, but here's the thing. This is an emulator, and this fucking machine has 2 gigabytes of RAM. So, for anything, this is fucking running fucking Crisis on this fucking piece of shit.
Actually, now that I think about it, one of the major issues when it comes to working with this laptop is that it has no 3D acceleration whatsoever. When you render something on a computer, you could do it by hand, but generally people use something called a rendering library. This could be like Direct3D, OpenGL, Vulkan, whatever. When you take that away, it's actually really hard to run video games on. So I can't even run Crisis on this thing. It does run Doom, pretty well actually, but that's pretty much the extent of all that this laptop can do. And it's frustrating, right? Because, you know, Lenovo invented this super small, super compact laptop. They could have shoved a bunch of power into it, but instead they put an Intel Atom processor with integrated graphics and absolutely no 3D acceleration. I mean, this thing was built for Windows XP. It's like, what were they thinking when they designed this fucking laptop? You see, Lenovo created the IdeaPad series, which is a spin-off of the ThinkPad series. The original procurers of the ThinkPad series wasn't Lenovo. It was actually IBM, who Lenovo bought. I tried calling Lenovo support, and they basically told me,
If you want some technical support on that piece of shit, how about you invent a time machine and go back to 1994, you piece of shit.
so I'm basically at ground zero. You know, if only there was a building or a company that I could go to, that I could just bring this to, and they'd go through and they'd tell me how to fix it, or tell me why it sucks, or whatever. Kind of unfortunate that doesn't exist, though. Do you know IBM has a building near us?
Motherfucker, get in there! Pens and sticky notes instead, because I had no chalk.
For those wondering, yes, I absolutely stole this joke from Michael Reeves, because, much like him, I didn't know how to end the video. This laptop is actually really hard to make a video on, just because of how underpowered it is. I had a bunch of other ambitious plans, but I never got around to them, simply because 1, they were too expensive, or 2, they were just impractical. But I guess that's what I get for getting an eBay laptop for $40. And you know what? I got my money's worth. Because in the end, I got to do this.
accessory to crime over here.
Fuckfish. Fuckfish. Got what we want.
Fuck you.
We got reunited with his family. I plan that type. Cheers.
18.
You want cheers?
And then congratulations.